touch me now. I'm just flying by. Yeah, I'm just flying by. Away from them. And no one can see me now. I'm miles above you. Don't care what they're seeing below. Cause I'm miles above.
Can we start talking now?
I'm miles above you.
Oh. I need to talk so bad. It's hard to be quiet.
Miles above you.
That mom life right there.
Right. I think. Oh, this.
Okay.
You got your hydration now?
Yes, I do. I
Okay, good.
do. I just had a protein shake, got some water. I'm good to go.
All right. Hey, anyone in the chat? Can you guys let me know if you guys see it? Because I'm getting a black screen on my end. I want to make sure you guys can see everything. Oh, you can see what's going on, Burr? Yeah, my end, I can't see anything. Hmm. You got to change the name? I knew exactly who you are. What's going on, brother? Dang, yeah. I hate the fact that I can't see it because then if something happens, then I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Irk me. Wait, I think I see if this. It's probably just my phone. I can't see the I can't see it on Twitch's end, but I mean if you can see it, then we'll start up, and I'll see if I can fix it on my phone. Because just in case something happens, I want to be able to correct it instead of just like not knowing. But all right, sorry for being late, as Haley likes to call it, we're fashionably late. I am your host, Hollywood. Everybody, for y'all who don't know, um, usually I set up these streams for motivation, fitness motivation, just spreading out some love, knowledge, things that you guys probably may not know or want to know. If I could inspire one person, and somebody says, damn, watching that dude or watching whomever I have on talking changed my life, I feel like that'd be the best thing anybody could not even ever tell me or whatever, as long as I could change someone in a positive light. Before
That's right.
For real, before we continue, I just want to say, please hit the follow, hit me up on the other sites that I have up. I take the time out to do these things, and it's not for me, it's for everybody else. I gain something, hopefully you guys gain something to help continue to do this. I don't ask for anything as far as when it comes to like money or anything, but to help to keep doing this, those subscribes, everything like that helps out to continue to do this. With that being said, got this beautiful lady on again. Hopefully just introduce yourself to the people again, just in case they don't know. Maybe I should say I'm reintroducing you. But...
Hey, my name is Haley Farguson, and I live life healthfully, and I promote wellness and health to others. My main target, though, is women. Being a woman myself, I know how it feels to not love yourself and not feel strong and feel like overwhelmed, especially being a mom. So I'm here to give you hope and spread some knowledge and light into your life. And that's my mission. That's what I want to do. And let's just know the opportunity I get to do that, be on here with Jason. So thank you.
No, I appreciate you taking out the time. I mean, being both single parents, I know how it is to, time is something that's so precious to us that it's hard to, make the time to schedule anything else. So I'm just appreciative. I know the fans and everybody are appreciative that you came out here to do this. Before I continue, I want to get a question, because Bert asked me a question on Instagram because he didn't think he was going to make it. He wanted to know, would you be willing to do photo shoots?
I love photo shoots.
She loves showing off what she got.
I mean, he could check out my page and know that I love photo shoots.
It's true that.
Okay, so who is this gentleman?
He's my buddy, real life buddy. Known this guy for years. He started doing his own side business. Started off doing a cosplay. If you don't know what cosplay is, it's kind of like you can dress up as certain characters they like, whether it be animation, anime, or anything like that. So he had a liking into it. He just jumped and started doing that. So now he wants to brag and show off, and do real life stuff. Just real people, doing their thing in the real world. So he wanted to ask if you wanted to be down.
Yeah, I mean, he can shoot me some details. That'll be awesome.
Okay, cool. So I definitely show him the love. Send him your info if it's cool.
Yeah.
So it's been a month. You were my very first person I interviewed. So how has it been? And from a month from now, from last month, what are the positive strides? What are the setbacks? What are some things that you learned that you didn't learn before? Within 30 days.
30 days.
Right?
You didn't know, so I didn't know I was going to be quizzed on this, but okay. No, I just realized that I love doing this. I love talking to people. I love, I'm really humbled that people want to ask me questions and trust, what I say. And if I don't know anything, of course, I'm going to tell you, hey, I don't really know much about that. But, I've had a lot of experiences in life, and just to have, the people on here interested and want to hear us talk and leave feeling motivated to just push harder, to set a goal that they've been sitting on to finally start striving towards that. I love it. And it's made me realize that it's made me step up my game. So even on social, like I'll just make more effort. Like, even though I'm stressed for time, like, okay, I can take 20 minutes to, post something, because it's important to keep you guys motivated. It's important to just keep the determination alive, because it's so easy to get sidetracked and off the path, of what you're trying to succeed, like the goals you set for yourself. Distraction is a big deal, whether it be from people or just things that happen in life. Life happens, it's not always going to be perfect. And every day is always not a perfect situation to be in to be 100% with your goals. I mean, we all have those times where we can't be, but just to show up and make some effort is even a huge deal to some people. So keep doing what you're doing, guys. Don't, today, if the day was an off day, you have them, you're going to have them, but don't let you get discouraged, the long-term goal, So it doesn't matter if it's baby steps. Some days you'll make huge steps, some days you'll just make tiny ones. But at the end of the day, at the end of the month, at the end of the year, you've constantly made those steps forward. That's what's important. And I also, discovered I really love doing podcasts and keep wanting doing those.
Well,
and especially, when you can connect with somebody, like we share a lot in common, and when you can really do that, and the conversation, gosh, we talked easy for a couple hours last time, and
yeah, definitely.
Me and you were like, okay, we got to shorten it. So it's really gonna be a struggle because, just because we just have so much to talk about, and we get lit and on fire and want to keep talking.
Definitely.
So, I can keep randomly all night. So you got to cut me off probably.
No, I love it. Go ahead. I'm sure everybody else loves it. I'm sure more people will come here to see you talk than me talk. So go ahead.
No. Is that true, guys? And gals? I can't leave y'all out.
Definitely.
So what about you, Jason? What have you learned the past 30 days?
Oh, man. Switched it on me. I haven't gotten that before. Okay. What have I learned? I definitely learned that it's a lot harder to, this is on like a smaller scale, but I have so much respect for people that are a little bit heavier than I am and can do so much. Because, and when it comes physically, because, I've just been starting to use a weighted vest, you see the Instagram stuff. And just running, I'm just this is 30 pounds extra, and I'm just like, how do people? I'm about maybe 155, 160. So let's say my height, and that's 190, and I'm so amazed at people that just do it on the daily basis, that run with that 30 extra pounds more than me, and I just have so much more respect, I think, for people that are heavier than me, and to do what they do on a daily basis. Other than that, just recently I got injured in my calf, and just reassuring to myself that I know, things like this come, they happen. Injuries are gonna happen, and just doing my research to make sure that I can recover as fast as possible and just get back in it. I remember maybe a long time ago when that would really rock me. And just like, damn, I'm trying to get somewhere and it's got to stop me, mentally messing up my head. But as I got, as I'm more and more into fitness and more understanding my body, it doesn't even bother me anymore. It's just another thing on the road of becoming, or be the person that you want to be.
You still got your other calf.
Right. So, and not only that, I have my upper body. That's what I was thinking too. I'm already trying to concoct a bunch of different things to do for my upper body, just to make sure that I stay in it. A buddy of mine, a training partner of mine, went to Thailand, and he has a bunch of Muay Thai martial arts stuff he wants to bring back. So I'm really excited to learn that. Really about it. The baby started school. I don't know about your baby, but yeah, she started school. So, that's a whole nother journey on its own. Making sure me personally, what I do is I like to make sure that the staff and the teachers see me a lot, so that they know that, I'm one of these parents that are very concerned and um, that I'm gonna be there, that I'm there watching to make sure that everything's going the way it's supposed to. So I make it a point to so they see me all the time. I'm constantly in the office, talking to people, seeing what the PTA, what they call the PSA out here, where the parents kind of organization, what they're doing as far as how they helping the school. So that's been recently in this month, and that's about it. That was
That's a
more than I thought.
lot.
Yeah, it's rough, but as parents,
That's it.
yeah, as parents, it's kind of like you just roll with those things now. I'm always amazed when people are amazed that we do it, right, as single parents, but it's just to us, it's just that's what you have to do. You have no,
Yeah.
like it's you have to roll with it. These little people that we're trying to raise, they weren't asked to be here, so it's our job to do the best that we can to make sure that their life, when they get older, or as they're getting older, it's the best that it can be. But we just got to do it. It's no like to go waking up and doing your bed. You just got to do it. Sometimes you stop complaining. A lot of people complain too much.
Well, every morning I wake up, there's always a priority list in my
Mm-hmm.
head, right? Like, okay, this is the first thing I get done. And then it goes down. So at the end of the day, like if I have 3 hours left to my day, I may get two things done, but you know, Jack's homework is up there.
Right, that's
So
right.
it has to get done. Like even
Right.
if I want to write a blog or I want to be on social media doing this and that, like that has to go on the back burner until
Mm-hmm.
that is done because he has to know what it takes hard work to succeed,
Right.
and he has to apply himself, and he has to stay competitive, um and that also helps him establish a routine to know that, hey, that's a priority to him is homework.
Right.
So anyway, yeah, I totally get what you mean.
Well, I want to
So
actually go back to what you were saying. You said that the schedule. I wanted to know: are you the people a type of person that you like to write your schedules down? Write it in an address book or maybe in your phone or something. 'Cause it's funny that you say that.
yeah.
My daughter, we were just walking from Rite Aid while I was going to pick up a band-aid, some bandages, for my calf. She said, you don't write down the schedule anymore. I said, well, because you remember the schedule now. I shouldn't, I shouldn't need to write it when it's something new. We set it up so that you have something to see. But then now you see how you are remember. You're reminded about the schedule. That means that I did my job. Now you know what to do. I don't have to tell you. So are you those type of
Mhm.
people that you like to write it down or?
Yeah, especially in the morning time for Jack, my son, because he wakes up, he's tired, he don't want to go. So
right,
I don't have to keep like yelling at him, Jack,
right,
get your
right,
shoes on,
right, right.
brush your teeth.
Mm-hmm.
He has a chart in his room that has what he has to do.
Right,
So if he asks me one morning, hey, mommy, what's next? I'm like, go look at your chart. I'm not
right,
about to do this again. That I can't.
right, right.
So it teaches him, hey, I don't need to ask. I need to show a consistency and go look myself.
Right.
So I'm hoping one day soon that he won't need to, but we'll see how it goes.
I'm telling you. So, I also wanted to bring up. So, I know your full time job is nursing. How do you, with everything else that you want to do and have to do, how do you work that in with nursing? Because I know some people that work really odd nursing hours. So, how has that been, especially with a little person?
Yeah, well, I take CAT scans and imaging.
Okay.
Um, so that's from basically 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. And it's just while I'm there, that's what I do. So I have to be really like strategic and on point with my schedule. So I get up really early because it's quiet
Mm,
and Jack's not up yet. So I try to get up at 4. Um, 2 days a week, I'll work out in the morning time, and then the rest of the week, that usually about an hour and a half is spent writing doing stuff for social media before my day gets crazy. Um, and then while I'm at work, that's 8 hours. I'm not doing anything health and fitness related.
Right, right,
Um, and then after work, this is really the grind. Like, okay, I get home, work, if I don't go work out in the evening time, get home. If there's anything around the house I need to do for about 30, 45 minutes, I will. Dinner, um, stuff like this, like I'll fit in, try to finish, I have books I want to read. I try to dedicate some time to that. There's a few church events that I'll go to. I try to make the evening time at least 3 days a week dedicated to business growth, personal training, clients, writing plans. I also have a program I'm working on to release in the new year, a fitness program for women only.
Remember you told me about it.
Yeah, I'm writing that now. That's all the information I can give.
Okay.
But I gotta have people test it out. I gotta make changes on what they say, and so really, it won't be ready till the new year. So I'm really excited about that. So other than that, I'm not really doing anything on my apparel brand right now because I've done a lot of work to it. So I'm just I have my website up. I'm selling stuff, and then I'm keeping that up as far as making posts and stuff. So when I say that you got to make a schedule and stick to it, you really do, because just like kids are in school, like the teachers are like, okay, you have reading this time, math that time, computer work this time. They do that for a reason, because everybody stays accountable, things get done.
Mm-hmm.
So if you just woke up every day, be like, I don't know what I'm doing today. Do I need food? Do I, pay my bills? Like, it's just chaos. And like, you don't have a direction. You're just kind of wandering around hoping things get done. And it's just not, if you want to be successful, you have to be organized in your time.
Right.
And I'm still working on it. Like, my days aren't perfect. I oversleep sometimes.
That's it. I hear that.
So I don't get to spend as much time out as I want on things, but I do, for the most part, am pretty good at it. So, but there's always room for improvement.
Definitely. I mean, we're not out here perfect, so every day is a day to get better. Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
I wanted to run back because you said that you're able to work out in the morning. How are you able to do that with the little one? Because like for me, for instance, I mean, I don't have any gyms or anything that have like daycare. Are the gyms around you that they have daycare where you could bring them? And how does he feel about that? Like waking up? Oh, I mean, if that is the case, and you get him in like a daycare or somebody to watch it, how does he feel about that? Because I'm sure, like, damn, Mom, I ain't trying to get up at 6 a.m. to go to school.
Because my mom is not that important.
Yeah, not for me.
No, I work. If I say I work out in the morning, it's at home.
Okay.
Over the past couple years, I've collected various stuff, and I keep it in one of my bedrooms. I went on.
Yeah, one of my bedrooms. You heard that, everybody?
No, something like that. I just got a 3-2. That's it.
Okay.
So it's the extra bedroom, and I bought a used cycle bike for $100. It was pretty much brand new because the guy bought it and had knee issues after that, and he stopped using it. Anyway, I have one of those for my cardio, and then I have a bench I bought probably about a couple years ago. I have some free weights I've bought throughout the years, and I have some bands, and I have that's about it, really. That's really all you need. You don't need a bunch of fancy stuff. And even if I didn't have the cardio thing, you could just do some HIIT type stuff. And like, you don't even need the weights. Bands are amazing. And body weight's amazing. So just say I've had just only the bands and like a few dumbbells. I think pretty much a lot of people have a few dumbbells at their house. You can still get a great workout. Like I just posted one on my Instagram, I don't know, last week maybe.
I remember.
Yeah, it was a 30-minute workout and I was breathing hard. Like it was good. But you gotta when you wake up, like you won't want to do it. But you just gotta think to yourself, hey, if I don't do it now, it's not gonna get done, and that's another day I'm putting off something.
Mhm.
That's another day I'm, procrastinating on my goal, reaching my goal. So,
Mhm.
um, yeah. So I just go in my room there. The gym only has childcare that I can go to in the evening. Because I'm at work in the morning.
Right, right,
So, when Jack goes with me to the gym, and that's all he's known since he was 2. So I'll say, "Hey, we're going to the gym." He's like, "Okay, cool." So he loves the kids there. That they
okay.
have pretty good entertainment for him. So, but I can't wait till I can get him in the gym with me. But
Yeah.
I still got some time.
How does he?
So,
Is he anything that he's shown an affinity to or interest in or anything like that when it comes to fitness? Maybe running, swimming.
no, I wish. I'm just gonna be honest. Like he sees me work out, and then he'll want to work out. So I actually got him doing. I got him on my bench last week, and I had him do some band exercises. I had him do some skull crushers with the band.
Right, right, right,
Uh, but he was good. He was good. It was hard for him, because he's not used to it,
right, right,
but
right, right.
he'll get in there and do it because he wants to spend time with me. So I'm
That's
very
cool.
grateful for that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
hmm
my daughter.
And then he'll do the bike. He'll do the bike. He'll put the seat at the lowest point and he'll just go on it.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's a
Mhm.
little bit more. That's a little bit more fun. I noticed for younger kids, they'll try to go real quick on the bikes. But yeah, my daughter's the same way. She's not interested in anything that I do. I got maybe not. She wants to come, but she doesn't want to do it. Like for instance,
It's hard work.
right, yeah, because when she sees me, she's like, oh man, she'll jump for like maybe 5 seconds, and when she notices that it's way too, all right. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm like, oh god, all right, whatever. I can't force you. The only thing I have to do is jog. She'll jog for a bit. But I don't know what I'm gonna do when it comes to that.
You got time.
Yeah, yeah. Well, hopefully, I will. um, so moving on, I wanted to move to recovery since I think recovery is something that a lot of people don't think is a skill that they should master, or at least have an idea on how to recover. And I'm not just talking about grabbing. Well, we should probably talk about it, but I'm not also only talking about drinking protein to rebuild the muscle. What is it that you do to keep consistent? Because there are days where you work out really really hard. You wake up the next day and well, I know I wake up certain days and I'm so sore. I'm just like, oh Jesus. But yeah,
Save me.
yeah, save me. Like, come on now. I got a goal to get to. This is my day to work out. So, what is it that you do, to keep yourself consistent?
Well, let's see. The reason you get so sore is because you're overworking the muscle that's not used to the workload. So, and you have lactic acid build up and stuff. So, um, the more you work out, the longer you work out, the less sore you get, obviously, because your body's used to it, and that's why they say change it up. Um, I don't know what the number is, like 4 to 6 weeks. I don't know. But that's why it's important to change it up because you want to keep your muscles constantly engaged and not expecting
Mm.
the same workload all the time. Because if you give it the same workout, say you work out 4 days a week, if you work out the same way, like, okay, I'm just here to lift some weights, don't really have a game plan, don't lift heavy enough, don't do enough sets, like, that you really feel tired and you're like, man, this is a good workout, I'm done. Your body is not going to change. It doesn't need to. It's
Right.
not being challenged, like, so if it's not having a workload that it has to be like, oh man, this is hard. This I'm stressed out. Like all these muscle fibers broke down and you have to heal. Like if you don't put it through that stress, it's not going to adapt and get stronger. So that's why it's important to, do different things. As far as your workouts, don't do the same thing all the time. And that can be like, um, say you start out, I don't know, doing 3 or 4 reps, 10 to 12 times, whatever. Or if you want more muscle mass, 6 to 8 reps. Um, change it up, do some more volume the next month, do more volume type training, pyramiding, drop sets. And it's very important, just a side note, to incorporate compound movements if you want to gain mass, like bench press, squats, deadlifts. It's very important because it also increases your human growth hormone, doing those type of movements. So anyway, back to recovery. Now, nutrition is very important in recovery as well. Not only resting, sleeping, make sure you get really good quality sleep because that's when your body heals and grows, right? We all hear that, and that's true. And REM sleep is super important. Like, rapid eye movement. And you kind of know you're there, like if you dream or you just think I don't know all the scientific stuff, but I know if you dream, you pretty much got into that REM cycle. I'm sure there's other truths to that, but there's also apps you can download that track your sleep, and you can see if you're sleeping well or not. And those are free. I use one.
Which is the one you use? Sorry.
I think it's actually just called Sleep Cycle.
Okay. On iPhone, I mean on iPhone and Androids.
Yeah, I think it's on either one of them. Sleep Cycle, that's just the one I use. So you need rest, 2-3 days off. Like if you're trying to gain mass and you stick to lower sets and really heavy weights, I don't know, a couple times a week is a good amount of rest. Now, you don't really have to like lay in bed all day, right? Don't get that misconception.
I'm just gonna rest and get these gains all day.
It's good to keep moving your body. Whether you're walking, riding a bike, riding a bike with your daughter or, your child, just getting out there and getting moving, go to the beach. I don't know, do something, get out of the house. That's still considered rest. Or it's called really active recovery. And it's super important. And now, besides that, your diet, you need omega-3 fatty acids that you get from salmon, any like fatty fish, preferably salmon, flax seeds, chia seeds. You also need fruits and vegetables because those have vitamins and minerals that your body needs. And you're going to just recover a lot better if you eat better. I mean, that's just kind of common sense. And eating a lot of sugary foods, like don't get the misconception that you can, I worked out today, I can eat anything I want. No, if you constantly fill yourself with sugar, it causes inflammation in your body, and you're not that it's pretty much proven to not help you recover as fast. And I'm not talking about one cheat meal a week. That's not what I'm talking about. Just consistently feeding your body anti-inflammatory foods, which is really just whole foods that are natural, lean meats, stuff like that. So, really getting the olive oil in, avocado oil, coconut oil, just all the oils are important too. So really the secret to recovery is, having those couple days a week where, you can rest or you can get out and be active, active recovery, and really your nutrition. And if you find yourself not getting in like all the veggies and fruits and the good fatty foods for the oils, take supplements. There are days where I don't get in all my veggies and I don't eat a lot of fruit. So I have a multivitamin that I take, and I have green powder that I take, just to help fill in the gaps. and stay hydrated with water.
Yeah, right. Let's be clear.
Yes. Um,
How much
so
water do you
yeah,
taking in a day?
I drink a gallon a day. But okay, let me just uh clarify. I've been drinking gallon of water for about 3 years. Okay, I could probably even get down a gallon and a half to two if I worked out really hard one day. Well, which is all the time. But um for me that's not a big deal. Now, if you only if you only drink maybe a couple Aquafinas a day, I'm not going to sit and tell you that you should drink a gallon tomorrow. Number one, you'll be peeing all day, which is totally uncomfortable. And
I know, I know what you're
this
talking about.
this girl
Jesus.
don't know what she's talking
No,
about.
oh my goodness. The worst, man.
But I mean, some people, I've read some things that say half your body weight. So if you're 100 pounds, 50 ounces. But, like I said, if you weigh 300 pounds, I'm not going to tell you to drink 150 ounces of water. Start doing that. That's kind of common sense. Like, your body's not used to it. I would never expect that. Baby steps. So let's set a goal of like 60 ounces. I don't know. Let's try that. So it's all about what are you doing now and setting a long-term goal. So of course, the more hydrated your muscle cells are, the better, recovery is going to be. So just keep that in mind. Everything you do, everything you put in your body matters, especially when it's to gain muscle. Um, so that's just a little bit about recovery. I mean, it's not rocket science. It's just, hey, eat right, rest a couple days a week, try to stay active as you can, and you'll see results.
I would also like to add, and how I want to get your take on it. Definitely, this thing is trial and error. So listening to your body is definitely another way to evolve and make yourself better at this recovery thing, because we could tell you a whole bunch of stuff because this is just general. But
Yeah.
for you, for instance, for someone, I had a conversation with one of my martial arts buddies, and he's very, very consistent. He's even more consistent than I am. We work out differently though. So for instance, I work out in the morning and then I'll come into training still. And then for him, he'll just stick to the training regimen of the course. So I'm like, I just asked him, how do you stay consistent? He said, well, for me, I know that if I feel a certain way, I need to take something or I'm lacking in something. So for instance, it's the same with me personally. If I notice that I'm really sore, I know that I didn't take in enough protein because I shouldn't feel this way. If I'm really, really tired, but I know that my body can feel like I could work out, I didn't take in enough carbs, or I didn't, drink properly or whatever. So just certain things like that. Definitely listening to your body is, very paramount in this whole thing. And, how long did it take you to, kind of get like figure it out for yourself, personally, for your body?
How long did it take me?
Mm-hmm. Let me think back.
Well, I've been weight training, bodybuilding since 2012. And to really be honest, I really hadn't truly understood until like 3 years ago, because I kind of just listened to what everybody else was doing, what diets worked for them, like low carb, keto, oh, try this diet, try that diet. And I didn't really realize till after I competed that, how you got to eat according to your workout and your goals. So, if you're just working out, just running every day, right? You may just you're going to benefit from a higher carb diet and not necessarily like tons and tons of protein, but if you're weight training and bodybuilding, you need that protein because that's what helps is build and recover your muscles. And of course you need the carbs around your workout because that's what's going to power, like you have the stamina to power through it. So, like on leg days, I make sure I have carbs at the right time. So I'll make sure I have carbs at least a few hours before I weight train, and a shake immediately after, and then dinner I'll add some more carbs in. So that's when I need it. That's when my body needs it, because I need it. I work hard and I want to push myself. I don't want to feel tired 30 minutes in because I'm starving myself and I think that's how I'm going to look better. It's not. So I would say, how many years? It probably took me 4 years to really know and understand my body and how I need to eat.
How many
according
injuries?
to my goals. Now I've only had 2 injuries, and I'm pretty blessed.
Yeah, for real.
And I train by myself like the majority of the time, so I don't really have a spotter like to really go heavy all the time. And the times where I got injured, I was I had a spotter.
Wait, hold on.
I just went too heavy.
You said the time that you got injured was when you had a spotter?
Well, I went too heavy.
Oh, but you had a spotter.
Yeah.
Oh shit! What kind of spotter is that?
No. Let me let me
like just like
let me clarify. So I was doing one of them when I was doing chest, and I knew I had a spotter, so I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go really heavy, and I did, and it was on my last set, and my ligaments, my muscles were already
maxed out,
fatigued. They were fatigued, so I probably shouldn't have did it, but I did, and then unfortunately, when I went back to press up, it was kind of too late. So, and I had injured one of my ligaments in here, and it sucked so bad. And then the other one I was on I pulled my hamstring. Oh, that was so bad. So bad.
Yeah, those hurt.
And I was actually doing curls.
Oh, backwards one, right?
Seated leg curls.
Right.
And I was going too heavy, and again, and it was. Well, he wouldn't really spot me, but he was there, like making sure I didn't need him. But we were doing like triple sets on things just to really like tire us out. And it was on the last round, and it just boom, it hit me, and I'm like, I can't walk. What's going on here? And I figured out what happened. So that took me 4 months to heal from that one. And you talk about me being like upset, like I had to go light every freaking leg day.
How you gonna get no gains like this? Yeah, I'm not gonna get no gains like this. What kind of shit is?
Exactly, but it's a hard lesson to learn. But I mean, they say learn from your mistakes, right? So yeah.
You seem like going back in time is really hurting you. I'm looking at your face like I'm so fucking stupid. No, I mean I've had just to touch on that point. I've been doing I know martial arts for about 15 years. I've had almost every injury under the sun, but I think what's the biggest difference is at that age when I got most of them, it was like you just get injured and whatever. So I think I was very fortunate to have gotten injuries as I was younger, because you jump back with them quick when you're young, and you don't really think about it. Just all right, well I hobbled in some crutches. I know I'm gonna get better or whatever. Like all those is, I don't know. Now I feel a little bit, I guess I feel a little bit more upset because I should know better, but at least I know how to recover it. I'm just like, all right, well these things happen. So I usually get over them, but it's definitely good to get them when you're young, and that's why hopefully our kids and your kids can throw them in there and get them injured now, so they get it out of their system. because injuries when you're older are really rough, especially
Oh,
hamstring ones.
anything
Yeah,
is
yeah,
rough
true.
when
Yeah,
you're old.
right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right. Because that hamstring one, I'm sure if you were younger, you would have probably been out for maybe 2, 3 weeks. Now at your
Yeah.
age, you're like, oh, 4 months. That's tough.
But a good thing is like even I was doing back the other day, and I always know I don't stretch right because I'll feel like this extra tenseness in my muscles.
Mm.
Whatever I'm working, I'm like, oh, it's pulling a little more than it should be. I probably need to stretch some more. So
That's
I'll stop
it.
and I'll stretch. I said I'm not getting another injury. I'm
Right,
done with
right.
it.
Mm,
It just pisses me off every time
it's
I
true.
think about it.
Yeah, it's demoralizing too. You just get depressed, this, whatever you want to call it. My buddy that I was telling you about that went to Thailand. He is in a special program where he's trying to get ready for his fight soon. He got injured. So imagine how he was feeling. He paid to go to Thailand for this special program that's 3 weeks, and he has to take off time because he got injured. And I was trying to just tell him, I said, look, you have to remember that these guys that you're training with have been training for all their life. You're just
Mhm.
going there now. You gotta calm. You have to calm down and try to, make sure you're listening to your body and yourself. Trying to go out there and not be looked as a wuss, but you can't worry about all of that. You can't worry about what nobody else is thinking. This is your training. This is your time. Do it the right way. Oh, you gotta
Definitely.
go ahead. You gotta do something. Go ahead. Go ahead. I understand how it is. Go ahead. Just put me on mute, and I can talk to the people. Everything all right?
um, no, yeah. He was
Okay, okay,
asking if he could eat something.
okay, okay.
It's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
okay,
it's fine.
okay, okay. Because I saw the parental look at a child when you don't want to say anything, and they have to know by the look that you give them what your answer is.
Yeah, he turned and walked away. But before we started, I'm like, okay, mommy's doing a video, so don't knock on the doors.
Right,
The
right.
doors are unlocked. Just walk in. He's good about it. He's good.
Good. Just want to make sure. And we have, everybody has. They got it. But on a side note, I do remember something that it just came to my head. Someone has a birthday coming up. I heard from I heard
Who?
from a, I heard from a little bird, so I don't know if you know, but maybe because I know it's not my birthday. Everybody knows my birthday. So what are you doing to
Yeah,
celebrate?
absolutely nothing. I'm gonna work.
Oh,
That's what
okay.
I'm gonna do. No, my family celebration was Sunday. Tomorrow just another day. I
So
don't
your
know if
actual
work.
birthday is tomorrow.
It's tomorrow, and then my friends and I are going to celebrate Saturday. So all the shenanigans don't happen until
All
Saturday.
right, all right. So you gotta work. So how are you gonna do it? Do you work out extra hard before your birthday, or do you work out hard after the birthday, depending on what damage you did to the body after the fact?
Well, because I know I'm non-functional the next day, I'm not going to be too crazy.
Okay,
But no, definitely I'm going to go hard that morning
okay,
uh, to really allow for some leniency when I go out,
right.
because all my carb stores will be depleted, so it'll be a good time to have some adult beverages.
I hear that. Sounds all beverage. Well, I
Yeah,
want.
but I'll be 33. I can't believe it.
Oh wow, I would. I was
Yeah.
gonna say you look awesome for 25, but I mean, I
Oh, okay.
didn't know. you,
Thank
you
you.
said you.
I'll take it.
Oh, okay.
Take it.
That's great. That's good, man. I mean, it's good to celebrate. Milestones in our life. We couldn't have made it. We may not have been able to make it. We're lucky to make it as far as we have so far. Every day is a blessing. I,
That's
just,
right.
I
Amen.
wanted to, yeah, I wanted to shout you out on that. Not. I didn't want to shout out your age. Yeah, as long as you're happy with your age, I am too. Hey, man, what's up? Mm-hmm. Come, you want to say hi? Since you right here.
Yeah.
Hurry, quick.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, yeah, hi, bye. Special
Yeah.
appearance.
Yeah, special appearance.
What was I gonna ask you?
What's up, baby?
I think I was gonna ask you because so I wanted you to take me to walk me when you're done to walk me with mommy to the train station to walk. So you could come with me to walk mommy to the train station.
I heard you. I don't know. It depends when I'm done, okay?
Okay.
Bye. Yeah, sorry about that. Her mother's visiting, so. Ooh. Sorry. Who's that? Somebody named Rick said something, but I didn't. It didn't go through. It was a something blocked. Anyway, so yeah, I think we got to everything, and I don't want to keep you too late. We're gonna end up with any closing statements that you want to give out to everybody. Any kind of motivational love to the world.
Yes. I just wanted to tell everybody that you're doing a great job. Whether you feel like you are or not, you are. It's just the fact that you keep, trying is huge. So don't underestimate your efforts. So, tomorrow's a new day. Whatever happened today, bad, let it go. If it was good, celebrate, and try to make tomorrow better. And your goal should be every day to be a little better than you were yesterday. And like I said, life happens. You won't always be better. Sometimes you'll stay the same, but hey, that's okay. Just baby steps, life is a marathon, not a sprint.
Oh, you turtle wins.
So, it's so easy to get discouraged because we set expectations for ourselves. But you just do the best you can, you try to make the best decisions you can every chance you get. So if you have a choice, just food, for example, because I love food. If you have a choice between a cheeseburger and a grilled chicken sandwich, say, hey, this time I'm gonna have a grilled chicken sandwich. See how you feel, and you'll feel a lot better eating that grilled chicken than you were the cheeseburger and fries and all that. So, and food is medicine. It's not, and unfortunately today, food is more on the poisonous end. But anyway, try to make the best decisions you can throughout the day. Make the right decision when no one's looking, and it'll you'll get results.
I hear that. Wait, hold on. I think somebody got a question, but it's a weird question. I think it's a troll question. You know what that means, right? Troll. Like when they
troll?
try to say, yeah, you know that is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
That's a hater though?
Yeah, there you go. Well, no, it's weird.
Don't be hating.
Yeah, it was weird, but I'll tell it to you anyway. So he said, "Hey, I have a question. I changed my race, and they call me racist because I have a black face. I used a cheap black permanent marker. I don't know what that means." Like, okay. But anyway, we'll end it off with that, with the great remarks. We want to plug anything in, like your Instagram, your brand, like brand and stuff like that. I also put it on the VOD.
Yeah, so Instagram is Haley Farguson, Facebook Haley Farguson. Facebook and Instagram for my business page is Armor Iron, ARMORIRON. Both Facebook and Instagram. So check out my Armor Iron page. There's a few blogs on there you might find helpful, and a few quotes that you might find inspirational. So check it out. I'm all about giving back love and inspiration and making each day count. Your life has purpose, and I want to help you stay inspired to get it, to find out what it is.
I love the love. Well, that's it for now. I appreciate everybody coming through. Thank you to you for taking out the time out of your busy schedule to come spread some love with me. And hopefully we'll do this again soon.
Yes.
All right.